This is the POWLAX Backyard, where I'll be teaching techniques and how to fix common mistakes by showing you ways to improve your game at home. Before we get started, I'd like to thank all of the POWLAX members whose generous contributions make these videos possible. We believe that the best way to improve and grow the lacrosse landscape is by educating players, parents, and coaches with the information they need to be successful so they can enjoy the sport. That's why all of the POWLAX videos are free to watch anytime, anywhere. If you enjoy the POWLAX content and want to help contribute to their creation, consider becoming a member at POWLAX.com. For just $5 a month, you gain access to the entire POWLAX playbook, a series of PDFs that accompany all the POWLAX videos. Once again, thank you to all of the POWLAX members. Now let's get back to the video. Now we're going to talk about time and room shooting, and we're going to begin where we left off with our inside finishing. And so what we're going to do is we're going to stand with our feet facing the goal, our chest facing the goal, because this is where we're going to want to release the ball as we're moving through our cocked and loaded position through to our follow through where we come through here. Now, once we start with our butt pointed, our top hand is at our shoulder height, bottom hand is across our body a little bit below our top hand. Now we're just gonna send our hands back so that I'm looking over my top hand shoulder. Now, once I'm in this position, I'm cocked, ready, loaded to go, and I'm just going to work on following through so that my stick goes between 10 and 2 and finishes on the opposite side of my body low. So a lot of people like to say that this is finishing from 1 to 7 or 11 to 5, and now you're just going to follow through hard. And once we have the idea of releasing the ball when our shoulders come square and then really following through well, now we're going to send our hands back and we're just going to turn our feet so that our top hand foot is back away from the goal and our bottom hand foot is then towards the goal. Now, if we want to get into that position without having to go through all of this, all we're going to do is we're going to put our hands in towards our shoulders and then back. This is going to get us into a really good position with our chin on our bottom hand shoulder so that we're ready to move and come through our release point. Now, the next thing we have is 3 types of footwork that are going to generate momentum moving towards the goal. The first is just a shuffle, where we're going to shuffle towards the goal. The second is where we're actually going to take our back foot, move it behind our front foot, and this is kind of going to turn our shoulders away from the goal, and it's kind of like loading a spring to explode towards the goal. The final piece of footwork that we have is a skip off of our back foot, and what this is going to do is it's going to allow us to turn our body any way so that we can line ourselves up to shoot. So if you imagine me catching a ball across my face from X, if I hop on my back foot, it loads my weight to explode forward as I shoot. Now, regardless of which piece of footwork we use, we don't want to step really far. We're not pitchers. We actually want to step so that we can move our momentum over our foot. So as we step, we're going to step not too far, and we're going to pull our momentum over and follow through. And the back side of our body, or our top hand side of our body, is actually going to fall over our foot and will land on our back foot. Now we're going to talk through some drills that we want to use for our time and room shooting. Now, with all of these time and room drills, it's not important that we aim right away. We want to build the power right away, and the finesse to aim will come later. And the first thing we have is the drill that we did when we were talking about the technique. We're going to stand with our feet forward, with our chest forward, put our stick on our collarbone, drive our hands back, and then work on using our hips and shoulders to generate force, and then snapping through right when our shoulders are square to the goal. Pick up another ball, same thing. Here, back, shoot it. The next drill we're going to use is a statue shooting drill. So basically what we're going to do is we're not going to have any balls. We're going to put our hands in and back, and then we're going to practice the mechanics of first getting into this position and then stepping to turn and then following through and making sure that as we follow through, our back foot ends up towards the goal. The next drill we have is a back to the goal shooting. So we're going to line up with our backs to the goal. Our stick is going to have the butt pointed at the goal. We're going to grab it like we would to shoot. And then as we move, we're going to step out with our bottom hand foot and then turn all the way through the shot and land with our opposite foot forward. Now the next drill that we have is going to be shooting over a dummy or another goal. And so what we're going to do is we're going to practice moving straight at the dummy or the goal and making sure that our hands are up high enough so that as we shoot over the dummy, the ball is going to come down into the goal. It's really just going to help us work on our overhand technique. Once we've done that straight, now we're going to work on moving into a position, stopping, and then shooting over the goal. So you move into position, stop, shoot over the goal. Now the next motion we have, we're going to move from the other direction with our stick towards the goal. And now we're going to use that skip technique where we skip off of what will be our back foot. So I'm moving towards the dummy, hop, step, load, shoot over the goal or over the dummy. Now I can also modify this drill to shoot around the dummy or the goal in any way, where now I'm working on using the eyes of my stick to shoot around the goalie. This is going to help with our deception by shooting around screens because goalies won't be able to see the ball till late in the shot. Our final drill we're going to use to teach our time and room shooting is any type of catch and then use your shot. So when you do this, you want to focus on the following things. First is when I catch the ball, I want to get my stick to the shooting position as quickly as I possibly can, and then I want to come through fast. I want to shoot the ball hard. Now, one thing that a lot of players are going to do, because there's no defense and there's no rush, is they're going to catch the ball, cradle, 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 and then shoot. We want to work on shooting as quickly as we can because if we're accepting a pass, the goalie is moving and now they have to track the ball, find us, find the ball, save the shot. Whereas if we just shoot it and they're looking at us the whole time, it's not as difficult. But if we can get the shot off quickly, it'll be harder for the goalie to find the ball. One way we can do that is regardless of where we catch the ball, we shoot from that spot. So let's say I catch the ball lower, I'll shoot underhand. If I catch the ball high, I'll shoot overhand, etc. Now with our catch and shoot, we want to imagine multiple scenarios. The first one that we did is I'm kind of accepting it from the low opposite side of the field. That would be something like a step down where I'm catching it moving at the goal. I don't have to turn my body very much and then I'm shooting at the goal. Another scenario I may want to do is accepting a cross field pass. The next one that I highly recommend is accepting the ball across your body. So in this, if I'm on the right wing, I'm going to be accepting the ball from X. And so I've got to catch the ball across my body, use that hop step, load my hands, shoot my shot. Now the final one for this video is going to be accepting a pass down the hash, where you come through, accept, shoot it. Now the key to this is just be inventive, figure out whatever scenarios that you are shooting in games, and try and replicate those same scenarios. I hope this video has helped you get a better understanding of the game and how to practice at home. If you liked it, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the POWLAX YouTube channel, and follow POWLAX on social media. To watch and learn more, support the POWLAX mission, and download the PDFs that accompany all of the POWLAX videos, head to POWLAX.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.